Hey there guys, it's Kyle with the ReVIEW YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be talking to you about the Dromida Ominus, a complete ready-to-fly toy-grade quadcopter. So let's get right into it. This is our full review. Okay, so like I said, I'm going to be talking about the Dromida Ominus ready-to-fly quadcopter. This kit comes with everything you need out of the box to get into the air, including the quadcopter itself, the transmitter, AAA batteries for the transmitter, a battery for the quadcopter, a battery charger, extra propellers, and a few other small accessories like that, and then the manual. So, right off the bat, I noticed about this quadcopter, it's very well built. There's no obvious design flaws or anything like that. It's a very simple build, so there's nothing that's going to weigh it down or anything that makes me offset of the quadcopter design right off the bat. The only thing I didn't like just upon immediate notice and look of the overall design is that the propellers are screwed in, where a lot of the ones on toy grade quads you can just pop off. These ones have a very tiny screw in, which is inconvenient, so that if you don't have that small of a screwdriver or you lose the one that's included in the kit, right off the bat you're kind of screwed as for replacing a propeller, because that small of a screwdriver isn't just something you have around the house. But all in all, I'm very impressed with the design. The frame has quite a bit of flex to it, and I do like it. Okay, as for the transmitter, I'm very impressed. Although it is plastic, it has a nice feel to it, and it fits well in the hands, very similar to an Xbox or PlayStation gaming console remote. So it does fit well in the hands, and you're able to easily control the gimbals, which are quite smooth. You have your trim buttons right here and your power switch with a red light to indicate that it's on, and then two buttons on the top here. One on the left side being your flip button, so you're going to hit that button and then choose a direction on your right stick, and whichever direction you choose, it will flip. Then over here we have the F mode button. So how this quad works is you have different flight modes. You have your very easy to fly beginner mode, which is just what it automatically sets to. Then without hitting the F mode button, if you just click down on the right stick, it will go into a slightly more advanced intermediate mode. And then if you hit the F mode button, you're going to go into low level expert mode. Then already in that F mode, if you hit this right stick again, then you're going to turn off pretty much all stabilization, where you're going into full manual flight. This is something that is highly desirable to most people, as you're able to go from completely beginner level flying all the way up to expert flying, where you can learn your skills for when you transfer to, say, not toy grade, more hobby grade 250 size racer quad. You're able to get that kind of feel from a toy grade quadcopter, similar to the Blade Nano QX, which is very nice. Okay, so now as for the flight, I'm overall very impressed. It's a smooth flyer, but you're also able to weave in and out of trees and do some pretty fast maneuvers, which I do like. It is, like I said, very smooth and perfect for beginners in that beginner mode, as well as you're able to keep working your way up through those different levels all the way to that full manual expert mode, where you're able to just kind of go crazy, do flips, do anything you really want to, manual flips that is. As the built-in flips, although they are flips technically, I'm pretty unimpressed, as even if you're 20 feet in the air, it will kind of fall down and not have enough power to not hit the ground. So it kind of hits the ground, bumps off. It doesn't crash, but all in all, not super impressed with the flips. You have to be very high up in order for it to be a smooth flip. But it does have that flip function, and it is very easy to do a flip. So at least it's there. It's better to have it than it not have it, obviously. So with that flip concern brings my next major concern, and that is overall, the quad is a bit underpowered if you ask me. Even if you're giving it full throttle on your left stick, when you choose any one direction completely on your right stick and go that way fully, you're going to see a loss of altitude, which isn't very good. Even on that beginner mode, you're going to see that loss of altitude even if you're giving it full throttle, which isn't very good, meaning if you're not watching it carefully, you're going to end up hitting the ground because you're losing altitude so much. And it's not that bad, especially in the beginner mode, but as you go up to that expert mode, you notice it more and more, where I wish that quad had a little bit more juice in it, maybe a higher C rating on the battery or something like that. Where if it had that, I would like this quad so much more, because I'd be able to do much more extreme things, especially in that manual / expert mode. I'd be able to do flips and way more advanced maneuvers, because when your quad's at, say, this angle, you're going to need a lot more power in order to keep it in the air without losing altitude, and I just don't see that with the Dromida Ominus. So for that beginner flying, it's totally fine. You barely notice it. It's not an issue at all, but as you move up the levels, you notice a little bit and a little bit more, where you wish it had just a little bit more power so that you're able to do crazier and more advanced maneuvers. That would also make the flips better. It would be able to recover faster. And the same thing when I do the cut the throttle test and then back to full throttle, it kind of takes a while to recover and it's a bit shaky. So all in all, I wish that they use brushless motors, because these are brushed motors, but obviously that would make the quad more expensive. So it's kind of just finding the right balance between power and price. And I think they did a pretty good job of it. I just wish they would have made it $10 more per se and given those motors a little bit more kick, or that battery a little higher C rating, just to make that manual flying way more fun. But all in all, I do like the way it flies. It is perfect for beginners and pretty fun for experts too, and the fact you're able to turn off that stabilization and go into full manual mode is very rare to find in these toy grade quadcopters, and the fact that you're able to do that is all shows that this quad does have quite a bit of power behind it, even though it is a little less than what I would like. So with that manual flying, you're gonna see that you're gonna crash a lot more often. That just makes sense, that you have less automatic stabilization, so you're controlling it yourself more, which means you're most likely gonna crash, especially when you're learning, which is what this quad is made for, apparently, if you ask me, and that is crashing. And I have beat the crap out of this thing time and time again on crashes, whether it be into concrete, trees, inside my house, really anything I throw at it, I'm not able to put a scratch on this thing. And it's also built in order to be fixed, so that you're able to simply, with just taking out one screw, you're able to take a motor out and replace it, which is extremely nice, because I think the one issue it might have if I were to crash and really hurt it would be that I would break a gear in the motor or the motor itself. I don't see myself hurting the body itself, as like I said earlier, it does have a lot of flex to it and it's a well-designed frame. I think another nice addition to this quad might be prop guards. Because this is so durable and the frame is so nice, you kind of be able to, especially since it is designed for beginners, you'd be able to kind of fly indoors a little bit more, where with the way it's designed now, unless you have quite a large house, I would be recommending this more towards the outdoor use, because it does handle wind quite well. But all in all, I do like this quad both inside and out, but I'm gonna lean towards the outside flying because it moves quite fast. It's not really meant for indoor flying, but that's not a negative thing, that's just something to note. All in all, I am very impressed with the durability of this quad. Like I said, I have crashed this thing time and time again without putting a scratch on it. Even I can't break the propellers, even if I'm trying to, because I am purposely putting this thing through its paces, and it is living up to every test I throw at it. So that is a huge positive towards this quad, and what makes it perfect for beginners especially is that you're going to be able to learn on it without worrying about breaking it. You're going to be able to go all the way from that beginner level all the way up to the expert mode, and really learn everything you need to about quadcopters in just one toy grade quad. Instead of having to buy quite a few of the really crappy Chinese ones, you can just get this slightly more expensive, but something that'll last you a lot longer with the Dromida Ominus. So in conclusion, this is a great quadcopter with relatively low charge times around 45 minutes and relatively high flight times around 8 minutes. I really do enjoy it. The one accessory I would definitely recommend buying is extra batteries, and if you can afford it, a better charger as well, because being able to charge a lot of these batteries at once would be really cool. So if you can pick up one of those high-level toy grade chargers that is able to charge 4 batteries at once and pick up some extra batteries, I could see you flying this thing for hours on end, because it is that much fun. And you're able to just keep moving up modes as you become a better pilot. So all in all, really enjoyed this quad. It is extremely durable. It's a very smart design. Like I said, better battery would be kind of wanted, but all in all, I'm definitely happy the way it is. Coming up very soon, we're going to be reviewing the Dromida Ominus FPV, which is a very similar quad to this one, except with a camera on it that streams first-person view footage directly to your smartphone. So make sure to stay tuned for that and hit the subscribe button to see that when we put it out. So I'd like to thank you so much for watching this video. We'll have links in the description below where you can buy the Dromida Ominus if you are interested in it. Also, make sure to hit that like button if you enjoyed this video. Make sure to comment below with any questions on this quadcopter or anything else in the multi-rotor hobby. And of course, subscribe to us for weekly videos and to check out our other videos. So once again, I'd like to thank you for watching, and we're going to leave you with this.